Hello everyone, this is Keenan from One Iowa Action talking to you about the 2020 legislative session that just kicked off earlier this week on Monday. So there are a number of things coming up. I want to run you through those, but I also just want to very quickly mention two super important events that are coming up that you will want to be a part of. One of them is actually happening next week on Wednesday, January 22nd. It's going to be Iowa Harm Reduction Coalition's Day on the Hill. We are definitely supportive of their efforts, specifically their efforts to decriminalize syringe service programs. That has a drastic impact on reducing HIV transmissions in this state, and that's something that we're super committed to. So please consider registering for the Iowa Harm Reduction Coalition Day on the Hill next week if you have not already. The other one is our Day on the Hill, the LGBTQ Day on the Hill, which will be happening on Monday, March 23rd this year. There will be a Facebook event and registration link that are coming here in a little bit, so keep your eyes out for those. But those are the two events that you should really keep in mind for this legislative session, and there are a number of others that will be updating you on as they become available. So I'm afraid I actually don't have a whole lot of good news for this legislative session. In the couple days that we've had so far, it has just been bad news after bad news, bad bill after bad bill that we keep hearing about over and over and over again. We know of about 6 different distinct anti-LGBTQ bills coming down the pipeline, and those really range from religious exemption legislation to prohibiting folks from getting medically necessary treatments. They range the gamut from focusing on education to medical to actually extricating gender identity from the Iowa Civil Rights Act entirely. So there's a lot that's coming down the pipe that is not to be excited about. A whole lot of bad stuff. And so I am here today to tell you the storm is coming. Let's hunker down together. The LGBTQ community is incredibly resilient, and that's one of our strengths here. And so that's my plea to you is hunker down with us. Let's get through this storm. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, but we're going to need your help. This is not something that we can do on our own. So some of the ways that you can help, if you haven't signed up for action alerts yet, sign up for those right now. There will be a link in the description here that you can do that. Those will give you the up-to-date information of all the different actions that you can take to positively impact the state and to push back against a lot of this negative legislation that we're seeing coming up. The other thing that you can do is register for Day on the Hill, register for all those events that I talked about, and then start having conversations with your legislators now. Have them before these bad bills hit so you already have that relationship established. If you don't know who your legislators are, if you want talking points, if you want tips and tricks to talk to those folks, get in contact with me. You can email me at keenan@oneiowa.org and we can walk you through that entire process. We will have all sorts of resources and talking points and things like that as those bills become available. So stay tuned right here and stick with us during this process. I know it's going to be hard. I know that it's not going to be fun to go through this, but if we don't have your help, we certainly will not succeed. So stay tuned. This is just the first update. We'll be having updates every 2 weeks from now, and thank you so much for all of your love and support.